Hello, everyone, and welcome to Forever Football and Forever Sports. And what an amazing game we've just seen. The Merseyside Derby has just finished, ending 2-2, and just a game of drama everywhere. Like, literally, absolutely anything you could think of within the game of football, it had. And the interesting thing is that, and the title of the video is, is this how defining can this game be for Everton? How defining can this type of performance be for Everton? The fact that both teams are particularly playing well, and I think in a game where Everton have always struggled to get a result, and it's still another draw, but it's a draw, and Everton are still undefeated. So before we pick apart the game in a bit more detail, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 200 before the end of October, so please go and show your support, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends if you enjoy it. Right, so if you have to look at the game, lots and lots of key moments. So when you look at the teams at the beginning, both teams almost at full strength. I think Liverpool obviously just want to bring in Alisson a goal, which is a massive thing for them, as well as probably Joe Gomez in the centre back in their starting 11. But to be fair, on the back of the Villa game, you could understand why Joel Matip was backed to start. For Everton, however, it was pretty much a full strength side. Not too many changes that you really would make, and yeah, I mean, it was the worst possible start for Everton, who conceded very early and quite a sloppy goal. Mane back from the COVID-19 issues he had, as well as Thiago, who had his full debut today and looked very, very good, very composed. But a terrible start for Liverpool. But then Everton managed to find a way back. And James Rodriguez, for a player who, was a flop at Real Madrid and couldn't really make it at Bayern Munich, he is making the Premier League look very, very easy. Another assist, a beautiful ball from the corner, and Michael Keane headed home. And a big moment in the first half was that Jordan Pickford was involved in a terrible clash with Virgil van Dijk. And some people saying it was red, some people saying should have been further looked at. It wasn't because of the offside. And at the end of the day, in terms of red cards, it comes down to violence intent, and because it was offside, it had to be looked at as a tackle rather than trying to be deemed as an act of violence. In which case, was it deliberate or what was the case there? Which was why VAR didn't really look at it as much. But the big thing is that Virgil van Dijk didn't manage to continue, and he had to go off, which means that currently Liverpool are looking at facing the next few games without Virgil van Dijk as well as Alisson, which are two key players. I mean, if you remember, those two were the reason that they suddenly they won the Champions League and they suddenly won the Premier League. That they always had the attacking output, and but it was at the back. They just didn't have that commanding keeper at the back, which they filled with Alisson, and then they brought in Van Dijk, which was like the final piece of the puzzle. So now they have to contend with two puzzles being taken out, and then Salah reaches 100th Premier League goal, very well taken goal, a poor clearance from Yerry Mina, and a good take from Salah. But what I think is so important for Everton is the fact that once again they found their way back into the game. A fantastic delivery by Lucas Digne and cheapest calvert-lewin. 5 games, 7 goals. He just cannot stop scoring. No one has scored more goals than Calvert-Lewin this season so far in Europe. Nobody. That is absolutely no one. So we talk about title challenges, and if Everton are going to challenge for the title, and look, to be fair, they haven't lost a game. They're sitting on 13 points at the moment, 3 clear on Liverpool. If they had won today, it would have been a massive swing, because obviously it would have been them on 14, Liverpool on 6, on 8, and it would have been a whole 6-point game. But at the moment, 5 games, 4 wins, 1 draw. Liverpool, 5 games, 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 big loss. So lots of question marks around Liverpool, and not as many around Everton. And obviously, if Everton are going to genuinely try and title for the challenge, which is far too early to really say, they're going to have to keep putting these performances. But if Calvert-Lewin and James Rodriguez keep up this form, which you almost sort of feel like surely they can't, but stranger things has happened. It's exactly what they said about Mahrez and about Vardy during that Leicester run. They said, well, they will drop off, and they just didn't. So what I think was, and was said in the studio during at the end of the match, the biggest thing about this game is that in the past, Everton would lose this game. They wouldn't get anything from this game. And despite the fact that they weren't at their best, they had a red card. Richarlison sent off stupidly, which is a very big blow for Everton. But they still managed to come away with a point. And at the end of the day, you look at the fixture list. They've got United coming up in about 2 weekends' time. But it's United under pressure who have a very hectic fixture list. So if Everton can continue their form, there will be favourites going into that game. Liverpool have City in 2 weeks. And City, are a team that loves to. I mean, they always feel they've got a point to prove when it comes to playing Liverpool. So momentum is a funny thing. If Everton go and win the next 2 games and they're sitting on 19 points after 7 games, whereas Liverpool go and win 1, lose 1, they'll be sitting on 13 points after 7 games. Suddenly 6 points difference between Everton and Liverpool. And after that, you've got Aston Villa with 9, Leicester with 9, Arsenal with 9, all with a game in hand, so they can all go up to 12 if they manage to win this weekend. But we all know that Villa are not going to be contenders. Leicester probably won't contend. Arsenal as well, not quite there yet. City are sitting on 4 points after 3 games. Obviously, a win against Arsenal would be a big result for them. But at the end of the day, I think we are seeing a Premier League which is very, very open, and it's going to be a very interesting season. And there's no reason that if it's any team that can go and surprise everyone and go and win the league, it could be Everton. They're playing very nice football. They've got no Champions League, no European football to worry about. They've got a bit of Carabao Cup and FA Cup. But they've got a squad. If they can keep fit, there's no reason. I mean, this Everton team has got goals. They have got goals in their arsenal, and if they can keep putting out results, Liverpool, I think, are going to struggle a bit without Van Dijk and Addison. City are already struggling with injuries, and all the other sides are not quite clicking yet. So Everton could potentially exploit a very average season, a season where maybe everybody's not quite at their best, and come away with a couple of amazing results. So definitely don't write them off. It's not likely at the moment, but stranger things have happened, and despite Everton not getting the win today and the fact that they were very lucky to not actually lose, sometimes you need that luck. Liverpool had that luck a lot last season. Every single title-winning team can do 2 things. First of all, luck has to be on their side. They have to get a couple of decisions that go their way. And the other one is to win ugly. And today, Everton drew ugly. They didn't dominate the game. They came away with 2 decent goals, and they were very lucky to not concede the third right at the death and scrape a point. But it was more than a point. I mean, it's effectively 2 points, really, because it's a 2-point deficit from Liverpool. So a massive result from Everton. Let me know in the comments what you think. How far can Everton go? Is this just an amazing start and they'll fade off, or can they actually genuinely try and put on a bit of a title challenge given the congested fixture list for all the other teams, but not necessarily Everton? Let me know in the comments. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, bottom right hand corner, smash the like, share the video, and let me know what you think. And I'll chat to you very soon.